The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's got some space here. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Chubb is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. And again, it's Chubb to about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
What's that?
They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
York able to send this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 4 yards out as they have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22. They go up the middle with Chubb. Pushes him over. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. Going up top. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now. He's going to let this one go deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
On third down, Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken at the 37. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd, and he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Ravens have got it.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now it's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews. He's got the first down and more than that.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 35. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. He finds his man. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 42 yards.
And the Ravens take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 7 yards there and a first down. Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 60 yards. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Browns are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And here he's got Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watson's throw pulled in by Melton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. And he's brought down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. To throw, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Ravens
Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Now Watson.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you...
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
The York on now for the extra point.
And this is back to a 5-point game. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing now is Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Here's Jackson. He'll air this one out for Mims.
And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he is going to lose yardage here. So the final second.